All right, thank you guys so much for coming in. I'm joined by
Jacob.
someone fucking amazing. This guy is 3 times Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champ, runner-up for Golden Glove, and multiple NZ National BJJ champ, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Bro,
sir.
is it true that when you were born, you put the doctor in a chokehold?
That was like 3 days later.
Yeah?
So it wasn't the first day, but
Not
3 days
as soon
later.
as you came out, you took your
as soon
time.
as-
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a natural reaction.
How the fuck does someone achieve so much when they're 19?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'd say I did fall in love with training. You
When?
know, it was like straight out the back. Like I loved it.
Like-
For me, a punishment was
Yeah.
like you can't go to training. So a lot of people, it's like, oh, you have to go to training. But for me, it was like, if I couldn't go to training, that was a punishment.
But how did it all start?
It was literally, actually, I was meant to just be like just a partner for one of my cousins.
Yeah.
So he was the one that started, and he used to beat me up like all the time. he could beat me up, but I remember, so we would go, he beat me up. Went to another class, he beat me up.
Yeah.
Then the third class I went to, he didn't go. I think he was sick or something, and I went.
Yeah.
And then I remember the next time he come in, I beat his ass. So then in my head, I was like, ooh. So you're just telling me if I just train, like I could beat anyone.
Yeah.
And then it was a wrap from there.
How old are you?
Right now,
No, like back in the day when you started, like the first time that you trained,
I would have been like 8.
you were 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have been like 8.
But like, did you get into it because like you started to like it, or was it like
No,
external issues as well? Like if you got
Yeah.
bullied or something?
No, it was literally just an accident. Like it was literally just an accident. I shouldn't have been there. And then, yeah, like I said, I was literally just a dummy. Like I should have just joined my cousin, literally just a dummy. And then it all fell into place from there.
That's good. And how's it going so far?
I mean, pretty good. Pretty good. You know, you saw the achievements and now it's
Yeah,
pretty
100%.
good. Yeah.
How was like, so like when you decide to train and then you train for like a year or 2, 3, when do you know you're ready for your first fight?
Oh, well, see, the thing with me, so for jiu-jitsu, I got thrown into nationals probably like maybe a month and a bit, like into actually training. And I was only training like once a week. So like one Friday every week. And then they're like, oh, there's this tournament coming up. Like, you should jump in. And I was like, you know, I'm like 8, 9 years old. What do I know? So I jump in and it was nationals. And yeah, it was nationals. I come second.
So you just jumped in and it was like nationals.
Literally. For first tournament out the back, nationals.
Wow.
Yeah. So
How
I
old are
ended
you?
up, back then,
Yeah.
still like 8, 9.
8, 9?
Yeah.
So you trained for like a year and then you went to nationals?
Nah, I trained for like 2 months.
For 2 months and you went to nationals?
Yeah. It was like a couple months and then they're like, yo, let's put them in.
Did you like used to beat people up before that?
Nah, like it was just like a thing, you know, like Turangi is such, that's where like I'm originally from. That's where I started training. It's such a
Shout
small
out.
town. Shout
out. Yeah.
All my Turangians.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know anyone from there?
Listen, she come down with me.
Oh,
I know every second person there.
yeah.
Every second person there.
That's good.
Everyone knows me there.
Yeah. You beat up everybody.
A little bit.
Every
maybe.
second person.
Yeah, every single person. If they look at me funny,
Yeah.
what are they? But well, everyone knows. But yeah, it's such a small town. So like when, you know, the opportunity to do anything, to kind of get out of town, you know, everyone was for it.
Yeah.
Everyone's for it. So like the whole gym, when there was like, say about like 20 to like potentially 30 competitors, you know, and this is like people from like our age, you know, like 7, 8, all the way up to like, I don't know how old the oldest guy was, but it's like in his 40s, you know. So it's like, yeah, everybody went. Everybody went. It was real cool.
And when you started, you never thought about like taking it seriously as a career, or was it like, no, I'm gonna do this. Like I really want to do this and get somewhere nice.
Yeah, it was probably, I think the longer I got into it, it was the
Yeah.
more I kind of fell in love with it. Like it wasn't out the back. I won't say it was out the back, but like it got to the point where I didn't know that I was like obsessed, you know, like all I used to watch was just like fighting. You know, it's all I used to think about. Like I'd be asking like, oh, can I train with the adults? Can I, you know, turn up to this day, that day? And then I don't know, over time it was like, I started to win, you know, this comp, then win that comp. And then over time, you just start aiming for like bigger and better, you know?
True.
Then over time, it was just like, damn, I could really like.
I guess you were like really good at it as well. Because if you would go nationals and you just get your ass beat, and you won't be like, hey, I want to continue this as a career.
To be honest, I did.
You did?
Yeah, I did. So I remember, the first tournament, I come second.
Yeah.
And I remember I lost in the finals. I actually got disqualified.
Why?
Because I did an illegal choke.
Oh.
Yeah. So like they taught us this choke, and I was like, bet, you know, he put his head down there. So I was like, okay, cool. So I choked him out.
So what's the difference? Like illegal choke and legal choke?
It depends. Like
it depends on the position?
Yeah,
age.
Yeah, so age, because like when you're a little kid, like there's like very few submissions you can do. But you know, as you get older, yeah. But I remember like he put his head down. I was like, it's my time.
Yeah. I saw this on YouTube. I'm going to try it on your nationals. And his mom was watching from there.
His mom was crying. Yeah. No, actually, I remember too, because, so I'm like a little kid, you know, I'm like 8. I remember so it's me, my cousin Eli.
Yeah.
And I think it was Brady Fletcher, shout out. So we were there. They're like the older kids, you know. I'm like the young ones. So I'm like looking up to them and stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember we were walking around, and this guy, like big, like Biff, he was like Cook Island or something, is walking around literally going, who's this Jacob Isherwood? Yo, who's Jacob Isherwood? And I'm there, this little 8-year-old. I'm like, oh shit. I'm facing this guy, because I was a big little kid.
My name's Tim.
Max. You know? No, but I was shitting myself. I'm not gonna lie. And I told my cousin, I was like, yo, I'm fighting him. He was like, don't be scared.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm not.
We have guns.
I was shitting myself. I was shitting myself. But yeah, we pulled up, and I remember too, like I choked him out, and I was so happy. I was like, damn, like first tournament I won. So the ref puts my hand up, then he puts it down, and he goes disqualified.
Oh shit!
And then puts the other guy's hand up, and I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like I was shocked.
Yeah, I
was shocked. But like, I mean, second, I'll take that as a win though. You know, you gotta think.
Yeah, I mean that's actually a win, to be honest. More than a. Yeah, just because.
Won the fight.
Yeah, you won the fight, but
it's not the tournament.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. How's it going now, though?
Oh.
When was your last fight?
My last fight was in December. It was in December. So it's been a minute. So hey, any of you 77 kg boys in kickboxing, if you want to pull up.
Let's go. New Zealand.
Yeah. Anyone in New Zealand, 75 kg, 77
age doesn't
kgs.
Matter, right?
No, I've been fighting adults since a youngin. But yeah, my last fight was it was in December. It was a minute ago. Got the win. I was actually meant to be having a fight in June, June 22nd, but he pulled out.
Are the people scared of you?
I think.
Have you got someone in mind that you want to challenge? Like someone specific?
Yeah, I've been calling people out.
So who you want for your next?
Like for MMA, Jack Ball. Like I'm down. If you're down, Shuriken, let's make it happen. Anyone 75 kgs to 77 kgs kickboxing. Let's make it happen.
Bro, you're lucky I'm 61 kgs. I was gonna come though. Like, you know, just because the other guy pulled up, bro.
Hey, did we get that on the camera? Pause. Hold on. He just said he was about to do something.
Yeah, just evade issue. Yeah. I've been fighting people mentally since a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
So you've got an amazing resume. And you did this before UFC was even UFC. You know what I'm saying? Because I see a lot of kids nowadays, a lot of youngsters nowadays, after the Conor McGregor era, after the Khabib era, you know, and then they're like, oh, I want to, of course. How can we get Israel? Hopefully one day he'll be on the podcast.
For sure.
Yeah, you can come as a co-host.
Yeah. I'd love that.
That's a promise, though. If he ever comes, yeah, for sure. 3 cameras.
Hey, we get that.
3 cameras, 2 witnesses.
Yeah. All right.
So you did it before.
Yeah. And I was like obsessed. Yeah, because like you said, you know, like Conor, I actually hated Conor when he first came into the game. I hated him, Yeah, I hated Conor.
Well, are you a Khabib fan or you just hated Conor?
I don't like it. No. So I was I don't know if you know Jose Aldo.
Of course. Bro.
That was my guy.
Yeah.
I loved them. So like
13 seconds, baby. 13 seconds. Your guy was put to sleep in 13 seconds.
Yeah, that cut me deep. That cut me deep. I know, literally, I remember waking up in the morning and it was on breakfast. You know, breakfast, the show, the morning news.
Yeah.
I remember waking up in the morning and I saw he got knocked down. I was livid.
Yeah.
I went to training. I was on smoke that day. Because I remember like leg kicks was his thing.
Yeah.
So I used to literally go out. I had a heavy bag. I couldn't hang it up because it was too heavy.
Yeah.
So I just leaned it up against the tree and would just kick it.
Yeah.
Over and over again. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be like.
I'm gonna be like him. So up legs.
Literally, and then he got knocked down in 13 seconds. I was like, fuck that.
Bro,
guy.
so funny you bring this up is when you prepare for your fights, right? You have to be mentally and physically very ready, right?
Very ready. Yeah.
So you gotta be there, and then that's what happened with Jose Aldo. He was bullied through the entire
he wasn't mentally
conference.
there.
He was mentally not there. He just wanted to go out after, lost it. So How do you do that?
How do I prepare?
Yeah, because no one actually like there's no press conference for you guys yet,
no,
right?
for sure.
So how do you still prepare? Like, okay, I gotta fight. I'm gonna beat this guy up. How do you prepare?
Yeah, I feel like it's easier not having to do like press conferences and stuff. Like you hear a lot of the boys in the UFC that it's annoying, you know, you gotta cut weight and you don't want to be like talking to people and stuff.
Yeah.
But for me, I like to make sure that I'm like peaking. So that's why everyone says, you know, like a fight camp is meant to help you peak.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of people, and I've done this too, like you overtrain.
Yeah.
I'm an avid overtrainer, but you want to make sure you're peaking at the right time. So like for me, it's usually like 4 weeks out. Who knows? You could get like a short notice fight, but 4 weeks out is when like I really lock in. So that's like 3 weeks of training and then fight week, because you don't actually train on fight week.
Yeah.
You only like hit pads, you know, that's when you're trying to cut like all the water weight. So that's like a whole process in itself. But yeah, that 4 weeks, that's when I'm locked in. Like nothing else matters. Like, you know, your job, anything, nothing else matters. Where are you training at? City Kickboxing.
How was that? It's the best, right? Everybody trains over there, right? Yeah. Does Israel train as well?
All the good people. Come on. Everyone knows. All the good people train there. You know, all the good people train there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Have you seen him?
Is he? Yeah, I've trained with him.
You've trained with him? Bro, that's the thing. Every person that I met who was into MMA has always told me, yeah, I've been at Desanya's training partner. Every second guy that I met,
I don't know about that, yeah.
Like every time I meet someone, they're like, so you have actually trained with him?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Did you win?
We won't talk about that.
Yeah. Did it go well?
Cut the case. Yeah. Cut the case. Get out.
Yeah. Well, how was that? Like, how is he as a person? Like,
like literally dream come true.
Yeah.
You know, I remember it was crazy too. We talked about this. I found like one of my old notes where I literally had planned like, you know, come up and train at City Kickboxing. It was like the goal for ages.
Yeah.
And now to like actually be doing it is crazy. But when you meet them, you know, I remember like before, I was always like, wow, these people were like, you know, they were crazy to me. And now they're like the boys.
Yeah.
You know, and they're so like every single one of them is so down to earth. It's like, I don't know. I thought they would kind of be different. You know, when you're little, you have like a perceived image of people, you know, that are older, famous, X, Y, Z. But they're just people. You know,
maybe in the training that they know that, you know, you're in the same sports. You know, one day you're going to become big. Maybe outside, if you meet them, they keep their space and everything. But then, especially in New Zealand, I've never seen... In New Zealand, people are not very like, you know, how do you say chase after celebrities? Too much?
Cloud chasing?
Like, I told in the last podcast, I used to work in a hotel before this, and then a lot of celebrities used to come in. I can't say hotel, right? I used to work at a place before this, and there's a lot of celebrities who used to come in. Lots of famous ones, like internationally known, right?
Like crazy famous.
Man, these people used to chill in the halls or like, you know, and no one even like would go towards them like, hey, can I take a picture? Kind of feels bad though, you know?
Yeah, I know what you
but
mean.
like New Zealand, it's like people don't care. One of the football players, like the rugby players, the captains, was just chilling at a restaurant. No one bothered him at all.
Really?
Like,
Really?
So
I can see it. I feel like it's maybe, I don't know, there's multiple ways you can look at it, but I feel like one reason could be, you know, you see in New Zealand, like a lot of people don't want to stand out.
Yeah.
You know, like you hear Izzy talk about that, you know,
it's
like
all poppy syndrome. Yeah,
exactly. Like he had to stand out because like, you know, he looks so
right. Exactly. You gotta do it.
Yeah, and you have to. You know, what's the point trying to be like everyone else, you know? What's the point trying to fit in? So it's like, I don't know, for me personally, like I'm not always trying to stand out, but like when it's my time, you know? Like when I'm fighting, like that's my time. I feel like because I get to have that, I'm not always looking for it. I feel like certain people that don't get that outlet, you know, they don't get the point to like, I don't know, like perform or, you know, you could even go down the route of like being tough. Yeah. You know, a lot of people don't know that they're tough, so they're always trying to prove it. Like, I don't have to prove it, you know?
Yeah,
like
if you have money, you don't wear Gucci.
Exactly. Oh. Wait,
I don't have money. So yeah. No, I understand. I understand what you're saying. So, have you ever beaten up someone?
Oh, have I?
Legally? I mean, outside the cage.
Outside the cage?
For good reasons.
Oh, okay. If it's for good reasons, they actually, there's been a couple times. But because of affiliations, I can't say too much details. Okay. But just know it's for good times.
Affiliations.
Hey, cut the camera. So wait, is time up?
Yeah. So, but yes. So is that a yes or a no?
That's a maybe.
You touch them. You taught them a lesson.
A
good life lesson.
For sure. I feel like for me, the biggest thing is like I'm never like looking for it. It's because like
they look for you.
Yeah, well, you know, it gets like that, especially like how you find like jealousy, like tall poppy syndrome kind of thing. People don't like to see people shining in New Zealand, you know. So if you're like, if you're like a young, good-looking guy, you know, you're doing this, that, and the other, people start to like hate on it.
100%.
But I feel like I've never looked for it, but yeah, sometimes it does find you.
What about like in school? Like, were you ever bullied?
Yeah, actually.
They used to bully you?
When I was little, yeah. When I was little,
like 4 days old.
Maybe like 3.
But like how? Like
I wouldn't say like it was crazy.
But just like making fun and stuff?
Yeah, just little things. Yeah. Crazy. We were just talking about this.
Well, you guys
no,
so
literally.
You did a podcast before we came in.
Yeah. So this is part 2, everybody. But no, we were actually talking about this before. Like, I did get bullied when I was little. It was nothing crazy. Like, I've heard some crazy stories. Like, you know, people getting bullied up, like, you know, in Auckland and stuff. But you know, it was just little things like picking on in there. And then I remember one day we were playing ball rush, and what's it called? So it was like a bunch of the boys playing ball rush, and then they started like, you know, it was like hella guys on me trying to like bump me, and they started bunting me into this fence. It was bad. In primary school, you know, you can't play like where the older kids are, you know, and like some New Zealand schools you can't go to the field or things like that. And I remember too, and so we were playing, it was like a field, and then there was like a fence. So one of them bunted me up against the fence, and then like they just all started, you know, rushing me against this fence, and there was like this little nail that wasn't like hammered in properly. So I'm like, oh, yo, my back is getting messed up. I remember, I don't know what happened, but it just switched. I was fuck. I started throwing push kicks. I started throwing hooks and everything. And then.
And how old are you?
Oof, I would have been like, this would have been when I was like fresh, like just started Jujitsu. So I would have been like 9.
Okay, so you had some experience.
Like 9, 10, like a little bit, but I was always, I was a good, like, I won't lie, like, I was a good kid. You know. What was that?
Did they make it? I think they did. They didn't make it.
Cut the cameras.
So this is the most illegal podcast I've ever done.
All right, see you. Yeah. Cancel after this, bro.
This is so hard.
Feds are knocking on your door ASAP, bro.
Holy shit! But then, and this is good, right? Like, how safe do you feel right now? Because if you know there was a shooting recently that took place in Ponsonby, right? Yeah. And then I have myself witnessed a lot of, because we work somewhere close by as well.
No, definitely.
So I've witnessed random people getting punched back in the head right in front of me, right? Yeah. So I'm scared a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, like if I'm walking, I'm like, like, you know, and all the ram raids and everything. So like, how safe do you feel?
It's crazy. Like, I do feel safe in my ability. Like, you know, I train with like literally some of the best fighters in the world. So if it was like hand-to-hand combat, like I'm chilling. But that goes to say, you know, like it doesn't matter how much experience you have. If someone's got a knife, if someone's got a gun, I'm not on smoke then. Like, hey,
100% right.
Yeah, you
knife,
want that.
Like,
yeah,
3
exactly.
people.
But that's what I'm saying.
How many people can you fight at the same time?
Oh, I'd like to find out.
Yeah. What's the limit that you've already found out?
Nah, like I've had a fight with 2 people. That was calm, but never more than that.
It was a successful fight, though.
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay. Is this guy the Fitz? Is he the Fitz?
So something really cool about you that I've seen, like, this is the first thing that I noticed about you. You have a really cool back tattoo.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah, can you show that to the camera?
Appreciate it.
Look at that. Boom. Looks really cool.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I actually want to add on to it by the end of this year. Yeah.
Does it got a meeting, or was it just like?
Yeah. So I actually got my first tattoo when I was 13.
No, holy shit. Seriously?
Yeah, literally I was 13. 13.
Bro, your family.
My family encouraged it. It wasn't even me. Yeah, so long story short, we went to...
No, long story short. Go ahead.
Okay, full story
long.
Long story long. So this was the first time I went to Worlds.
Yeah.
So go to Worlds, win, come back. But because of the currency, like, we did a lot of fundraising.
Yeah.
A lot of fundraising. But because of the currency, you got to think USD, especially to the NZ dollar back then, like, you know, inflation wasn't as crazy. Yeah. So I come back and I was a little baller, and I had a bit of money, and my mom was like, well, that's yours. You know, you fundraise for it, you worked for it. So, like, you know, do as you please. Yeah. So, like, you know, I was doing what any typical young kid would do from Turangi.
Where did you get it?
My calf.
Oh yeah. Okay. By the boss.
He was waiting for something crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys wanna, but
on my OnlyFans, on his OnlyFans.
Yeah. $10, you know. Link in bio.
What do you think about OnlyFans? Be honest.
I used to manage OnlyFans.
You used to manage OnlyFans.
I used to manage OnlyFans chicks.
Was like an old online business of yours?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. No, literally.
And how old were you?
I was
14. When your mom was like, you have some money.
11. No, joking. Nah, I would have been like, damn, yeah, like 16.
How do you manage OnlyFans?
Yeah. Okay, so
like I just want it for a friend.
Yeah, this is I.
Yeah, I don't want to get into it at all.
So well, through fighting, you know, you meet a lot of people, right? And like people kind of like you because you're a fighter. So
you're saying it's easy to get girls if you're a fighter?
Potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially. I got one right there.
Yeah.
As soon as she heard I was a fighter, she was like,
my goodness.
Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, I fight too. just yeah. That's my girl.
Just so you know.
I fight too.
Yeah. No. Yeah, we train.
Mentally.
Yeah.
What are you fed? So?
But yeah, you meet a lot of good people, you know. So I met this guy literally just through Instagram. Like, you know, he replied to one of my stories about like one of my fights, and he was like, he's still killing it. You know, School, the app?
No.
School, you don't know School? I mean, I'm sure you guys can show like a pop-up, but School is an app created by Alex Hormozy. So Alex Hormozy, like, if you're in business, you know Alex Hormozy. And he actually, I think he come like 3rd in the School games, which is crazy. Like multi-millionaire. And we used to chat. Like, I still got him on Instagram. We used to chat over Instagram and that. And I remember one day he was like, you know, what are you doing for money? And then I was like, I just fight. Like, I'm a kid, you know, I'm not really a job. I don't want that. So, he was like, well, bro, like, I'm doing this OFM, OnlyFans management. Like, it's real good money. You know, it's not that hard. Like, do you want to have a chat about it? And to be honest, I thought he was just trying to sell me something. I was like, this guy.
Yeah.
But he ended up sending me like, it was like thousands of dollars worth of like courses and products that he was selling for free. He was like, bro, like, check this out.
Courses on how to manage OnlyFans?
Literally. Yeah, literally.
And did you do it?
Yeah, 100%.
How do you approach someone and be like, hey, I'm a OnlyFans manager?
So you just go to any girl on the street and just be, it started off. Okay, step one. I see this guy wants like a whole course or something.
For a friend.
Yeah. But he taught me like there's certain methods that you can do. And he taught me methods, and I ended up landing a couple clients, and I was doing pretty well too. Like, I was making like, especially for like, you got to think, you know, I come from like single mother, like, you know, like she was working, she got sick, and it got to a point where she couldn't work. So it was literally just us, and like, to have the opportunity to make that amount of money, like, it was pretty good, even for like a 16-year-old, like anywhere. You know, I was making over like 10K a month.
Bro, 16.
Yeah.
16 was like the first time I watched porn.
I thought you were about to say something else.
And you were managing OnlyFans.
Yeah,
you're 19. I'm like 16. Did OnlyFans exist? Yeah, that was like, you're 19. So 3 years ago. Holy shit.
Nah, literally. So it's like, and like, for people that are in
once again though, how do you manage it? Like, you tell the girl, hey, you gotta do this, and
pretty much. Like, you tell them what to do. It's nothing crazy. Like, a lot of people.
Stacey, get on your back.
Stacey. A lot of people think it's crazy. It's not that crazy. They're not doing anything crazy. But yeah, it's just you just tell them, do this, do that, do this, do that.
Yeah.
You know, you hire people out to like manage, because I ain't trying to be talking to, you know, dudes and stuff. So you like hire people, and you just think it's kind of like any job you do. So like, let's say social media, you know, you have to post this on social media. So what you do is you would think of every job inside of that. So you need someone to shoot the content, post the content, edit the content. So you just hire out for that. And then it's
just manage them.
Literally.
Kind of like what I'm doing.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Except without the fun. No, what is quite fun. All right, so did that end though? Are you still doing it?
Nah.
Are you lying?
I stopped that. This guy is trying to give me. He is the kids. I stopped that before I come up. In my head, I really wanted to focus on fighting. That's when it was just like, that's all I cared about. You know, I didn't care about money, anything. It was literally just like, I just want to fight. That's all I wanted to do. So that's all I did. You know, I just come up, trained, just fought. That was it. Yeah.
So you could have been the next Andrew Tate.
I am Andrew Tate.
Without the Bugatti. Yeah.
Literally. Hey, coming soon. Coming soon.
But so fighting, just like say acting or any other kind of like independent jobs, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's either make it or break it. Yeah. You either become a champion and millions of fucking dollars, or absolutely nothing, right?
No one.
14, 15 years of you training.
Yeah.
I mean, you still have ways to make money, but a lot of people don't. So
yes, sir.
how does that make you nervous? Like,
no, not at all.
You have that much belief that you can do it?
Oh, 100%. Like, yeah, I know I've said this already. We were talking about this before. To be honest, in fighting, like, I don't know what it is, but yeah, I do feel like I can be great.
Yeah.
Like, I've proven that, like, time and time again, you know, like, I have the work ethic, I have the mind, like, I tick all the boxes, like, for me. And, like, you know, fighting isn't, like, the make or break for me. Like, you know, the end goal is literally just becoming, like, the man that people can look up to.
Yeah.
So, you know, I feel like if you think of buckets, right, you can overfill a bucket.
Yeah.
So if you just focus on fighting and that's all you focus on, like, it can get to a point where it overflows, you know, and it's not needed. Same with money, you know. Once you get to a certain level of money, like, you know, who cares? You know, like, no one's comparing Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like once you get to a point, it's done. So
it's good money.
Yeah. Like the goal for me is realistically just to, like, become the man that, like, younger kids can look up to, like younger men, to be honest, like, that they can look up to and go like, oh, if he come from, you know, the background he come from, and look at him now, like,
as well.
Why can't I? You know?
But you said you were raised by a single parent, so was I.
After
how, I mean, I know how tough that is, right?
Yeah.
How did you manage to get through and do everything? And you said your mom got sick as well, so how did you manage through all those struggles?
Yeah, so dad never came back with the milk.
Oh.
Yeah, so you know, single mother. I mean, when I was little, like, I didn't, but like, I didn't think too much of it, you know. It's like, it was just normal, you know. Just had mum. She did get sick, so that was actually like while I was prepping for Worlds too. Yeah, while I was prepping for Worlds, I was also taking care of her while I was prepping for, like, a world championship in Jiu-Jitsu.
How did you get paid though?
I wasn't. Like, I was still a kid. I was still in school.
So, like, what you guys do, like financially, that must have been, like, really tough, right?
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah. It was really tough. It was like, thinking back to that gives me, like, a lot of motivation to this day.
True.
Yeah, like, a lot of motivation.
Like, if you get through that, then
like, what kind of yeah. It's one of those things. It's like, I feel like when you've been through a certain amount of stuff, like, when other things happen to you, it's kind of like, it's nothing. Exactly.
It's nothing.
Exactly. It's like, you see some people, you know, a little thing will happen and it ruins their day.
Yeah.
You know, it ruins everything, and it's like,
yeah, but at the same time, a lot of people choose other paths.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
like, if someone's struggling, they take the drug path, you know.
Yeah, take the easy path.
And it's good money as well. So, like, what pushed you? Was it just fighting that pushed you, or was it like
like to keep going, or
just not to go in the easy money path, and then, you know, just keep it clean and pursue what was right for you, because you could ruin your life, right?
Definitely.
So what motivates you? Like, what pushed you to do the right thing?
One big thing I always say was because I was in, like, an area school. So for those of you who don't know what an area school is, it's right from, like, day one in school, from when you're 5 years old all the way up until you graduate.
Yeah.
So all the way up. So as a little kid, you kind of got to see the way things worked out for the older kids.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, when I was a little kid, there may have been, like, certain cool kids, you know, they were the cool kids, you know, they were maybe slanging, doing this, that, and the other. You're like, oh yeah, they got the money, they got the girl. And then when they were older, they were all like bums. You know, they were all, like, in jail, or they had no money, or they couldn't get a job because they got caught. And it was just kind of like, you know, that doesn't seem like the smartest, you know. And I feel like because I saw so much, like, bad, it made me, like, not want to be like that. You know, I was like, okay, so whatever they're doing, I'm just gonna do the complete opposite. So.
And how are you doing now?
Yeah, not bad.
That was good.
Not bad. Yeah.
Business good.
Yeah, everything's.
You got anything on the side that you're doing?
A little bit. I also do. So yeah, I work. how me and this man met. You know, I'm the vape man.
Yeah,
vape man in Newmarket.
Drug supplier.
Nah, he's the feds. This guy's the feds for sure. But yeah, I guess I'm the local vape man now.
Yeah. 20% off if you see him next time. Yeah.
Yeah. Only if you follow me there. Only if you follow me, like all my stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so you know, I work there, but then also like while I'm at work, I take like sales calls. So this is like online closing calls. I also do a bit of trading too. I only just recently like got into that. Like the closing was easy for me to transition into because of the businesses.
Yeah.
You know, you have to learn sales, you have to learn marketing. So to transition into that was easy because I like sales. You know, I like talking, I like meeting people. So it's like it's cool. But yeah, it's pretty good. Like I'm trying to really just get good at like all aspects of life. You know, like I said, you know, full buckets.
True.
Like I don't want to just be like the man at fighting, but then like I'm broke and I got no girl and this and the other, you know?
Yeah. I don't think you'll have an issue with that part. With the girl part. You're a fighter. You'll get it anyway.
Yeah.
Well, so right now the life is a bit more sad. Let's get into the fighting. Where do you see like what's happening? What's coming up?
What's coming up? Well,
when we will see you in the UFC?
Damn, that depends. That depends. We gotta see how everything goes. But yeah, like I said, I did have the next fight June 22nd, but that got marked out. So realistically, the plan for me right now is like kickboxing is my weakness.
Yeah.
You know, like for people that don't know, kickboxing is like my weakness. So I'm really just trying to work on that, kind of master that craft. Like I did my stint in jiu-jitsu, I did my stint in boxing. So it's like now I'm trying to do a little stint in kickboxing. While I do that, like I'm meshing everything together through MMA. But yeah, just have a good run in kickboxing, like King of the Ring. That's what I'm eyeing up.
Yeah.
Once that's done, you know, get some good MMA fights. You know, build up like a good little resume. Turn pro.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see how she goes.
Who is the next upcoming fighter that you see right now that doesn't have the fame but is doing really well? Like you see him.
Oh, the people that I see
from New
coming
Zealand.
up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So definitely. So we got. Navajo Sterling, 100%. My guy would be in the UFC.
I know.
You know Nav,
I know his brother as well. Yeah.
Oh, Shaq.
I just know him as like I used to be in a gym that they used to be at as well.
Okay.
So just know both of them like just like a hi hello. I don't know. I don't chill with them.
I know what you mean. But
he's good. He's good.
Definitely Nav. Toes him up too. Like Aaron toes him up. Like 100% he'll be in the UFC. K-Dox too, he looked sharp in his last fight. Ked and Skip, I don't know if you know, but yeah, they'll definitely find out soon. But those are definitely like my top three, up and comers. Yeah, for sure.
That's cool. And then hopefully the fourth one is you as well, right?
Come on, what are they doing? What are they doing?
So, when Israel Adesanya won his fight, the last fight against Pereira, I saw an image of you down near, like in city, that you guys did
the haka and that. Yeah.
So, can you tell me more about how that happened? How did you guys find him?
What do you mean? Found Izzy?
Like, how did you know he's there?
Oh no, it was all like coordinated.
Oh, it was
it was coordinated. You know, we would have looked silly if we were just standing on the street like.
Where is he?
Yeah, because we like blocked off the street. You know? We blocked off like the whole street near the viaduct. So it was all like coordinated and planned. But me being there was a total accident.
Yeah.
So it was literally after sparring one Saturday. I was talking with Carlos Aubrey. We were just chatting, and then Shane came up and he's like, "Oh, do you know Tika Tonu?" So that's a haka. So now he is going to perform that. No. But so you know, we started talking. He's like, "Do you know Tika Tonu?"
Yeah.
I did not know it.
Yeah, I was like,
But in my head, I'm like, this is gonna lead to something. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know it. So at the time, I was staying at a place in Huntley.
Yeah.
So like, I literally the whole drive to Huntley listened to Tika Tonu on repeat.
Yeah.
And then the whole way there, I listened to it on repeat. I learned it pretty much in like a couple hours. I didn't know it. Like I didn't know a word. Pulled up. Did the haka. It was real cool. Like it was real cool, especially like if you know the storyline of Izzy, you know, lost 3 times, and then like to get that win was like crazy, especially in the fashion he did it.
Yeah, it's 3-1, right?
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
No, because I think he lost 2 of his fights, like the starting fights, and then the win was clean.
Yeah. So now he lost, and that's what I mean. That's a crazy story, you know. For like, especially you got to think to have that belief, like you've lost. Not once, not twice, but like 3 times to the same guy.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, but you know, you got to give it to him, right? Even in that third fight, like he was piecing him up. Even to be honest, like if you know, you know. Like, if you know fighting,
if you know what happened,
if you know fighting, if you
I
go
know.
back to Glory and like watch kickboxing, like Izzy was piecing him.
He knows what he was doing.
Yeah, Izzy was piecing him, and then like he just got clipped. But the thing is, you know, for him to beat him in the fashion he did was like, it was crazy. Like, that was crazy. So then, he, you know, he got the welcome back he deserved.
So like we got Connor coming up. His fight is coming up.
Connor and Chandler, right? Yeah.
Who do you have your money on?
See, I know I said like I hated Connor at the start, but like over time as I got older, like I started to love him. You know, I did start to love him. But
who do you have your money on? If you had to bet.
Well, I mean, Connor's doing a lot of booger sugar at the moment. Like, you know, Connor's partying, and like it's crazy too, because even though I haven't done it to that extent, like I kind of know the mindset he's in, you know, like I don't know for sure, but like you could kind of see it leading up to his other fights. You know, he wasn't like uncomfortable. Yeah. If that makes sense, you know, there's a big difference. I feel like when you're in camp, you got to like push yourself so you're like uncomfortable, but I feel like it's kind of gotten to the point to where he's like a little too comfortable. You know, he's made a lot of money. Like, there's this like famous ass saying, you know, it's hard to get up when it's cold and early in the morning. When you have silk pajamas on.
True.
You know, and that's so true. Like, that's so true. And you
with that Lamborghini boats and everything. Yeah.
Like you got.
He's really rich. Like at this point, even if he doesn't fight, right?
Why fight?
Yeah.
You know, why fight it?
So who do you have your money on?
I'm gonna go for Connor. I'm going for bullshit. Hey, did you see Ryan Garcia? You know, he was out of his mind, and he still knocked him out. So you know, maybe that's the key. No, jokes.
Well, you know about that. Do you?
Feds.
So, got a quick questions for you. Right? All right. So let's see how well you do. So you said Connor and Chandler. Connor, right?
Connor.
Adesanya Pereira.
Oh, Adesanya
Pereira.
Who's this guy?
Blondes or brunettes?
Oh. You trying to set a brother up right now? He's the fit for sure. Brunettes for sure.
What's the answer?
Brunettes.
For sure? Yeah. We got it on camera.
Yeah.
If you one day you wake up as a girl, what's the first thing you'll do?
Oh, I'm taking hella photos of myself and sending them to me. Yeah, so what, am I only a girl for a day, or am I?
Would you send it to me too?
Depends. What you got to offer?
I'll subscribe to your OnlyFans. I'll buy vapes from you. You don't vape, right?
Nah.
Okay.
No.
So you just take pictures and send it to yourself.
Yeah, 100%. That's all I do.
And the homies, the friends.
It depends. Are they getting me dinner? What's the?
Well, you know.
Yeah,
help a brother out. Have you ever texted someone? Like, have you ever sent nudes by mistake?
Have I
ever sent nudes to someone by mistake?
Never.
Dirty text?
No. Oh yeah, come on.
Yeah, by mistake.
That's how. Oh, by mistake? No, not by mistake.
No, it was intentional.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
even
cool.
the ones.
Yeah. I got one from you last week.
Yeah. That was a mistake.
Okay, cool. Bro, I really wish you the best.
Appreciate it.
I see that you have learned a lot in your life with the past or whatever that you lived with, and you know all the things that you had to experience as well. And fighting is really hard. It's a tough game. You gotta have your food right. You gotta have your money right. You gotta have your mental abilities, everything right.
Yeah.
So, I can guarantee you, maybe in a year or two, we would see you in UFC. With your mentality right now, we would see you in UFC.
I appreciate it.
If not, I have a guy. His name is Kevin. Shout out to Kevin.
Shout out to Kev.
Yeah, he trains in US. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's famous back in India. But he's a good fighter.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys should do something.
Yeah.
Maybe in India, or maybe get him into New Zealand.
Well, wait.
I think he's 65.
Yes, he's too light.
I'll tell him to gain.
Yeah. Tell him to start munching.
Yeah. You won't lose weight for him?
Fuck that.
No?
I just get paid for it.
If you're getting good pay.
If I get good pay, I'll cut some weight. But
all right. So Kevin Jacob,
for free?
let's do it. You can call him out.
Hey, keep
on Instagram.
To be honest, you're probably a great guy. And this man is just trying to set you up right now. I don't know if he stole his lunch, he stole his girl or something, but that's
all of them.
All of them. Yeah, he's trying to get his lick back.
Yeah. No, but it would be really cool. It would be really cool to see you do something out of the ordinary.
Nah, appreciate it.
Yeah. And I mean, that's it. Have you got something that you want to talk about more?
Nah, man, that's pretty much it. Oh, actually, no. Pause.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to quickly touch on
Go
was
ahead.
like coming up here to where I am now.
Yeah.
Like
Go
just talking about growth. Like one thing I really wanted to say is like where you are now is like not where you'll be in the future if you make the right decisions.
True.
Like when I first come up here, like I was saying, you know, it was a goal for me to train at City Kickboxing, right?
Yeah.
When I first come up here, I packed up my car and literally just sent it. Had nowhere to sleep, nowhere to go. Sent it up here, slept in my car. And then, I slept in my car for like, it was a couple months. Yeah, I was pretty much homeless. Like I lived in my car and then I actually moved into the gym. So I was actually sleeping in the gym for a while.
At City
Kickboxing, yeah, thank God.
And did they fund you as well? Like were they supportive?
They were very supportive. Like they were very supportive, you know. So I started sleeping there.
Yeah.
You know, to now like living with her, like got like a lot going, you know, like got the job, got everything. I've had fights like I'm like 3 for 3, so like 3 fights out of CKB undefeated. So if any of you 75, 77 kg boys want to try and take that from me, be my guest.
Well, how old were you when you came?
I was 18.
18.
Yeah, 18. Yeah.
So that's the legal age to drive as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Are you good at it?
Good at driving?
Yeah. Have you ever crashed a car?
Yeah.
You crashed a car? How did that happen?
Yeah, I crashed a Beamer. That was my first ever car.
So was it during the time where you were like living life on extreme?
It was when I come up here actually. Yeah, when I come up here because I was living in the Beamer. And then I crashed it one night. It was raining crazy.
Yeah.
And I was tailing this truck because you know when it's raining so hard you can't actually it's real hard to see.
Yeah.
So I'm tailing this truck and all I remember was just red flash like from the brakes. All I remember was red flash, boom. And then like I remember just thinking, hold on to the wheel. Like don't let go of the wheel. Just hold on to the wheel. Hold on to the wheel. Crash into like the side barrier, and then I wake up like 40 minutes later, and it's just like crazy amount of smoke in there. And I remember just being like, whoa, like what the hell just happened? And then that was that.
Did it get sorted though? No problems.
Yeah, it got sorted. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Well, no, but let's get back to the part. So you decide at the age of 18, I'm going to Auckland. I'm gonna pursue the boxing career. The kickboxing career.
Yeah.
And mom was like, go ahead.
I was just like, I had that plan from like a little kid. Like I listened to the Joe Rogan podcast, the first one with Izzy. The first one he did with Izzy because like, crazy. We didn't have internet, so we didn't have internet in my house until I was like 16.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and that's when I started the business.
Yeah.
But up until then, what I would do, so this girl gave me the internet password for school.
Yeah.
So I'd go to school, I'd download podcasts, so like Joe Rogan Experience, I'd download these podcasts. And then I'd go home and listen to them because we had no internet. You know, what else am I going to do? So then I remember like I listened to that and he talked about like, you know, he started fighting and then like he was like 18 around about. Sorry if I'm butchering this. And then he moved up like to Auckland to train with Huge.
Yeah.
And I remember in my head, I was like, that's what I'm
That's
gonna
exactly
do.
what I have to do.
Because I thought I was going to go to the States to be 100%. I was like, I'm gonna go to the States, train with John Wano. Like that's Black Belt. He runs Tsunami. So that's basically like the old affiliation I used to be under. But that was my plan in my head. Then I heard that and I was like, hi, I can stay in New Zealand and I'll just move up to Auckland. And I had a plan for a while. Then I went to Leuven for a seminar. This was with Gabriel Rudiger. So for those of you who don't know, he's like a OG UFC fighter.
Yeah.
I was like him, you know, John, like even John, he created the first line of UFC gloves.
Yeah.
So he created the first line of UFC gloves. I love those two, like love them from the bottom of my heart. And he was, you know, we were talking. He's like, well, what's stopping you? I was like 18 at the time. I was like, oh shit, like nothing. So I literally after that weekend, I went home. I told my mom, like, I'm going to Auckland. Told my mates, yo, I'm going to Auckland.
And mom was fine with that?
Yeah, she was fine. She's...
Shout out to your mom.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone who supported you.
For sure.
That's tough.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to your girlfriend, by the way.
Definitely. Miss Holly.
What's her name?
Holly.
Holly.
Miss Holly.
Yeah, well, times are tough.
You know.
It's really good to see people who look after. I mean, of course, you're gonna be rewarded once you make it, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, she knows.
Get that ring, get that car, get the house, 100%, right? Yeah.
For sure.
But then believing in someone like that, and that's what happened with Connor as well, right?
Yeah, no, exactly.
So believing in someone at when they're at zero.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But mentally you were not. Like, so during the time where you were in the car, how'd you cook? How'd you shower? How'd you...
Yeah, that was
everything
crazy.
In the gym?
So I'd shower at the gym. I remember the first day. Damn, yeah, that first night, I literally have a photo of myself when I slept in my car, and it was the worst sleep ever. Like, it was the worst sleep ever. But yeah, over time, like, I'd shower at the gym. I, couldn't cook. So I was just like, going to like Countdown and just getting like rotisserie chickens and stuff.
Shit.
Yeah, literally.
What about money
crazy.
though?
Well, here's the thing, because I was running the business, but it wasn't the smartest thing. Like, because I was running the business, I actually saved a lot. Like, I'd saved a lot. Like, I lived off it for like a while. I was training. So at that time, I was training like 3 to like, there was a day. So on Tuesday, I'd be training like 5 times a day. It's like 3 to 5 times a day, intense. These aren't like light trainings too. These are like intense, like drilling, going live.
No wonder fighter keeps pulling out when they want to face you.
Yeah, they don't want the smoke.
Holy shit.
They don't want the smoke. But yeah, literally, so I did that. And I was living off like rotisserie chicken and just stuff I could like keep for like a couple days or it'd go off. Then when I moved into the gym, that was a little easier. But I was still pretty much a kid, I was still trying to figure out like everything, It wasn't until like a little later I was like, damn, I need to like get a job.
Yeah. What was your first job?
So I had a few jobs like before then, like in tutoring, like I was a roofer, but we'll say in Auckland, oh damn, I was cleaning for a bit actually. Yeah, night shift, but I was like, fuck this. That was the shittest thing ever, bro. So I did that for like a little bit, and then started at Vapo. Went part-time, went full-time, and then just kind of picked up everything from there.
Yeah, holy shit. First, seriously, you are a great inspiration.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 100% sure with the motivation that you have, if you keep it, if you don't let life distract you, 100% sure that you, in a year or two, we'll see you do really big stuff.
I appreciate it.
It's really cool. Like, I didn't know that shit.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it.
Times are tough, I understand.
Yes, sir.
But then at least...
Hey,
you got someone carrying out. Like, someone's caring for you.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You got your girlfriend, you got your mom.
Definitely.
Is mom coming to Auckland?
Nah. She hates it. She hates it. She hates the fact that I fight. She always tries to kind of maneuver me out of it. She's like, no, stop fighting. Just do jujitsu. Yeah, jujitsu, you don't get hit, right? It's just grappling. Yeah. She's like, no, stop. It's like, I can't.
So do you think like once you make it, now let's think of the best. Once you make it, what's the first club you'll go to?
First club. I don't know. I'm not like, to be honest, I'm not a big partier.
No?
Nah, I'm not like, honestly, I'm not
It's a good training place.
Yeah. Like literally, it's good to get fights in, but but yeah, like, I don't know. When I make it, like, I want to have my own gym. That's like a big goal for me. I definitely want to have my own gym, but like, to be honest, we'll probably just be like a good feed with the boys.
No clubs. No, taking a girl out, popping the champagne.
I mean, personally, like,
baby, we made it.
Yeah. Personally, for me, I don't like going to clubs just because, like, when I used to go to parties, like, this was when I was like young as, like, there was always like a lot of jealousy, and then you got to think too. You got to hear like, there's the stories like rest in peace, like Fovaki, like, he got king hit one night, and that was like, that was devastating. Yeah. So it's like, and like, he's not the only one too. Like, there's, I even know somebody whose son, like, he got king hit too, and he was never the same. So it's like,
so what's a king hit?
King hit is when you pretty much like, you run up behind, like,
at the clubs.
Yeah, you can't even like in fighting, you can't hit in the back of the head.
So this happened at the club in New Zealand.
Yeah. It was big. Like, it was like,
I'm gonna wear a helmet the next time I go to the clubs.
Yeah, literally. literally. When I pull up to the club, I'm like, I'm on smoke the whole time.
My back.
What are you doing? It's a dance move. Literally.
Holy
But
shit.
because it's crazy, you know, especially like I said, when you're like young, you're good looking, confident, like you have a certain energy about you and people see that as like a threat. Like, I remember even after one of my fights, I think it was my second fight, we all went to like one of the clubs there, and like this big Cook Island guy comes up to me and he's like, yo, do you got a problem with the bro? And I was like, who's the bro? Like, I didn't know who the fuck he was talking about. I was like, who's the bro? And he's like, hey, no, you got a problem with the bro? I was like, gee, I just want my fight and I'm just trying to chill.
Yeah.
And I feel like after that, he was kind of like, oh shit. So like he went back, and it was funny too, because I think he saw my neck tat and he come up to me and he's like, oh bro, sorry about before, we should hungy. So me and this big Cook Island guy like hungy in the middle of the club. So yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, personally, I feel like there's a lot of jealousy like in clubs.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a sticky situation, you know.
So I'm happy that nothing has ever happened to me at the clubs. So no one's jealous. Well, at least I'm safe.
Hey, that's it.
Bro, I was you so funny you say that, because I was after work. I was vaping outside like always. It was actually during work. During my
10-minute break.
During that half an hour break. And then there were like these 4 or 5 dudes. And when I came to New Zealand, I came from India, right?
Yeah.
So not very used to people saying hi to each other on the road, you know, without any purpose.
Yeah. Just saying hi.
Yeah. So once this happened when I was on the road in India and someone said hi to me, some guy, and I had blonde colored hair back then.
Yeah.
I was 20. And then the guy started chasing me with the bike, asking for my phone number. Oh, yeah.
Wait, was he gay?
No, I think that, damn day. Yeah. This is why we get cancelled.
Sorry.
Yeah. So he chased me on the, I'm saying it again so I can cut it out. So he chased me on the bike. Yeah. And so I never, and then when I came here to New Zealand, I remember when I landed here was like peak COVID time, right?
Oh shit.
And then people started saying like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, do they know me? Or do they want my number again? I was like, holy shit. So I was out there vaping.
Yeah.
4 really tall, good looking, huge ass dudes. Good looking, not in a sus way. I'm like good looking as in like well built. Okay. Yeah. And then one of them was like this, and I just said, yo, what's up? And he said, you got a problem, buddy?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
funny.
Yeah, and then they started coming towards me. Yeah, and in a like very cool way, I put my phone up, pretending I don't even know what's happening, and I just walked back to the store.
Nah, that's smart. Yeah, that's smart.
Then I called the security of the mall.
The boys, yeah. Hey, shout out to Lopeti.
Shout out to all the
Tyrone, all the boys, yeah.
So they came, and then, but it wasn't just me, because they started creating issues while crossing the road, and then
they were like on that type of time.
Yeah. They had this huge speaker listening to their own music. Yeah, they don't know what headphones are.
Guys.
Yeah, so scary times, bro.
Yeah. See, it's funny. We had that one day, and I didn't even know. Like, so we were waiting. We were at the bus stop. This was in Pamure, and we were waiting there, and like it was funny because a couple weeks before, to be honest, I have the same fit when I'm at work. You know, it's always Tim's, cargos, my Vapo tee.
Yeah.
You know? And this little kid comes up to me, and he was like, yo, bro, those are some, that's a tough ass neck tattoo, and that's some tough ass shoes from Culture Kings. And I was like, like he was a little kid. I was like, appreciate it, bro. Cheers, bro. So he goes off, and then a couple weeks later, there's these 2 guys sitting down, and like in my head, I'm like, I mean, if it's 2 guys, I'll say less, you know. And then one of them goes, yo, nice Tim's, G. And I was like, appreciate it. I took it as a compliment.
Yeah.
I'm not like, because in my head, I'm like, I can smoke the period.
Yeah.
You know, but obviously, they were meaning it another way.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a compliment. It was more like, there's a nice, like, give them
Give it to me. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I wish they would have tried. Like, to be honest, would have made me look good. Holy but shit. Yeah. So I remember when we said that, it was actually her that picked up on it. She picked up on it. She was like, hey, like, do you think they were being serious? And I was like, yeah. She was like, I don't know, like,
the vibe was
it was the way like he looked at you after, and I was just like, crazy, because as soon as he said it, I'm not well, I don't want to look at two ugly guys. Like, I look over there and I'm looking back at the sun, like, So I wasn't trying to, I wasn't looking at them or anything. But, so she said that and I was like, well, damn, if I didn't know a thing. I didn't know a thing.
So next time someone compliments me on the road, I'm running off.
Yeah. So nobody compliment my no.
Yeah. No guys compliment guys for no reason.
Yeah. Now that I think about it. Yeah.
Maybe in the gym though, like.
Yeah, but that's sus though.
Yeah.
That's
no, bro. I've done it. I just told the guy you've got nice calves. Is that sus?
Babe, get the jackets. We're out. This is all I set up.
You got a nice tank top, bro. So just take it how you want. Holy shit. All right. So just to sum it up, your life. Whew.
Crazy.
Life's
a movie.
Single parent. Moving out of the city alone. In a car.
Yeah.
Start an OnlyFans manager.
Yeah.
At the age of 16.
16.
Gets good money. Moves to Auckland.
Yeah.
Lives in the car for 3 to 4 months.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get the job. Starts cleaning.
Yeah.
But my man over here has achieved so much in 19 years of his life that a lot of people have not. So if you are a young kid that you would ever listen, or if he ever comes up, which he will, and you ever come back to this podcast, you can do it. This was an amazing story.
For sure. Appreciate it.
I really appreciate you today coming out, taking the time. Your girlfriend as well, the danger detector.
Yeah.
And and I wish you the best. I wish to see more of you.
Appreciate it.
And I wish that when I get at the Sanya, bro, we're gonna host that shit together.
I'm holding. Listen, we got 3 cameras here. I'm gonna hold that.
For sure. All right, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it, bro.
All right. Thank you guys so much if you watched it, thank you guys so much. And I'll see you guys on the next show.
Boom. My guy. Appreciate it, bro.